Sarah is a police officer for the Westfield Police Department. It was a Friday night and she was just going in to clock in for her shift. Sarah decided to stop in the break room to make a cup of coffee because she knew that she had a long night ahead of her. After leaving the break room, she went down the hallway and ran into her coworker, Officer Gonzalez. They started talking about the baseball game that was on last night when suddenly she got a call about a robbery. She needed to respond immediately, so she ran down the hallway as fast as she could and went out the back door. She got in her cop car and started driving to the scene. It was a windy night, and Sarah was driving so fast her car spun around in a circle. Sarah always says safety comes first, so she slowed down and went into cruise control. She noticed there was a lot of traffic ahead, so she switched over into the right lane. Sarah was now close to the scene, and she took a right onto the street. When Sarah arrived to the scene, she found a robber in black and white with 2 bags of money in her hand. When the robber noticed Sarah arrived, she jumped in her getaway car and sped off. Sarah followed behind. There was so much traffic they had to keep switching lanes back and forth. The robber then turned onto a dead-end street and started to panic. She didn't know what to do, so she turned around. But when she got to the end of the street, suddenly there was a tree in the middle of the road. The robber then went around and jumped into the right lane. Suddenly, Officer Gonzalez pulled up to the scene and blocked off the car. When the robber started running away fast, but the 2 officers were fast enough to catch her. Once they caught her, they found out that the robber was really the Queen of Hearts. Once they got her, they put her in the back of the cruiser and started driving back to the station. On their way back to the station, they saw an ice cream shop and they wanted to get ice cream. They drove past it at first, so they had to spin around to get back to the ice cream shop. And even though the Queen of Hearts had just committed a crime, they thought that she deserved some ice cream too. So they all got some ice cream and then they made their way back to the station. Gonzalez and Sarah were very happy to be back at the station because it was a long night. It was definitely an adventure.